challenged to check the presence of ghosts in his house. Joaquin Mendez had been reporting the series of paranormal events in his house for some time, and now at the suggestion of his followers, he tried to prove what was happening. With these paranormal events, several have suggested that he could be in the presence of something ghostly. Now, and on the advice of his followers, he decided to make a daring maneuver in an attempt to capture or be able to see if it is real or not that he's experiencing such dark situations. One of his followers told him that he could put some powder at the entrance of his room. In this way, whatever is lurking in his house will leave marks if he moves through that sector of your home. He agreed to this, but not before confirming how afraid he was to do it, where he finally appears putting talcum powder at the entrance to his room. The next morning, he showed that he had found footprints on his floor. In fact, he recorded that there was some talcum powder next to his bed and was very scared by this. It is worth mentioning that this is not the first time that he experienced this type of situation. Number 10. After hours, the gift shop was closed, but look closer. Cameras captured a shadow figure walking around inside. A series of pictures were taken in succession. At first, there was no one there, but in the subsequent captures, we see it. There is a dark human-shaped figure lurking in the background. Number 9. Exploring a supposedly haunted school at night, a group are armed with only night vision cameras and some courage as they go in search of the paranormal. With that premise in mind, they shouldn't have been so surprised when they found what they were looking for.
入ろうかなと、侵入しようかなと思います。いいね。
これさ、でもさ、鍵かかってない？
うん、分かってる。でもよくやってくれるよ。あ、そうだ。
よくできんの？
任せろ。できるよ、なんかしらない。こうやって。鍵を回して開く。あ、開いた。お
お。プロだね。
すごいね。
なんか言った？
何も言ってないでしょ。怖っ。あ、なんか怖いよ。あ、これ私たちの教室だ。え、ここだっけ？女の幽霊出るって噂あったよね。
あったあった。
なんで今それ言うの？
有川先生さ、頭おかしくなってさ、失踪したってよね。
そうそうそうそう、あったあった。
やめて、入る。おお。
本当だな、森。これ私一番前だった。
暗いの？
暗い。
うん。
あ、ねえ、私絵描こうかな。
何描くの？
何描くの？
何描いてほしい？
一番得意なやつ。
一番得意。あ、じゃあヨーコの絵描く。
何これ？すっげえ。ちょっと
やばいよ、出ようよ。外なんかいたらどうする？
やばい。田中ちょっと行ってきてよ。
俺？
行って。
なんかいる。ヨコ？こっち戻れ！おい！ヨコ！やばい！ヨコ！早く行こう！どうしよう！
Number 8. Something pushed over the baskets, and they claim it was a ghost. What do you think of this capture? It started with just the 2 at first, then the entire stack came crashing down. Number 7. The moment a woman catches a child ghost pushing down books in her kitchen. The woman said she came downstairs to the kitchen every morning and discovered her cookbooks were on the floor instead of on the counter where they belonged. To find out what was causing this, she set up her computer to record that corner of her kitchen overnight and caught this. This gave me literal chills when I watched it the other morning, she said. A lot of people have been telling me they believe there is a child spirit in my home. She started recording at 11 p.m. and at first everything was quiet. The video showed the kitchen counter totally abandoned. No pets or people are around, and up at 1 a.m. completely still. Then, with no clear reason, the cookbooks fell down, clattering to the countertop before becoming still again. She fast-forwarded the video, and just before 3 a.m., the camera captured another bizarre event. One by one, both cookbooks slid off the counter as though they were just pushed. Immediately after, there was a high-pitched noise, which sounded like a child's laughter, and sure enough, the next day she found them on the ground. Number 6. Chilling video might show a ghost in an Argentinian prison. Said to have been recorded at the Women's Provincial Penitentiary in Argentina. An eyewitness said, where the figure vanishes, there are only walls. Creepy, right? I worked for many years in the prison and strange things always happened, but it had never been filmed, the man said. It looked like a shadow seeks to enter a room through a wall. When it touched the wall, it vanished instantly. Some said it was a simple visual phenomena, but does that really explain what you captured? What do you think? Number 5. A video has appeared in which you can see goblins wandering throughout a neighborhood. Here it comes, you can hear the man say, somewhat shaken by the event. At the moment, we see the mysterious creature crossing the grass before the video cuts out.
Ahí viene de vuelta, mira, ahí viene de vuelta.
Mira cómo le empujan. Mira, mira cómo le empujan a Juan. Que ahí van con la china. Mira, ahí van con la china. Mira, mira. Eso es lo que la puso mal ahí. Eso es lo que ella la puso mal, hermano. Y esa cosa.
A pregnant influencer was attacked by a ghost who hit her against the wall. The woman showed how a poltergeist pushed her and her partner in the middle of the night. A well-known Ecuadorian influencer, known as China Nicole, was the victim of a tremendous attack by a ghost. Both she and her partner were hit by a poltergeist in the middle of the night, and as a result of the violence of the blow and the scare caused by the paranormal event, her pregnancy would have been endangered. The widely popular figure on Facebook was in her 6th month of pregnancy when she and her husband, Juan Sykes, another content creator, were attacked by a supernatural force as they went to sleep. In the video, the couple can be seen in a typical routine before going to bed. However, when the man decides to turn off the light and lie down next to his partner, he started the nightmare. From one moment to another and with great violence, a sheet that covered them flew away. It continued with a strong blow to Juan, who tried to get closer to pick up the sheet. But the worst moment occurred when the influencer tried to calm his wife, who out of her nerves managed to touch her belly to protect her daughter, but the ghost attacked her, who ended up hitting her against a wall. As the couple attempted to run from the room, things continued to move very violently. Even when they'd get to the living room, pictures and a chair began to fall. After China Nicole fainted, her husband managed to get her out of the house. Finally, the woman was hospitalized and both her life and that of her daughter are in danger. That's why her husband felt guilty about what happened because he had demon tattoos on his body.
Ya no puede más la china, mira. Mira,
Desde el televisor.
el televisor, hermano. No encontraba las llaves, Juanca, mira, ahí recién encuentro las llaves. O sea, es en toda la casa, hermano. Es toda la casa.
Y Juanca la sacó.
Es toda la casa. Es toda la casa. Toda la casa, o sea, yo no ni siquiera pretendo que Juanca se lleve esas cosas, no, con la casa no.
No, Juanca no quiere regresar, Juanca no quiere regresar. Mira, mira. Uy, eso yo no lo he visto.
Sigue todo, sigue todo.
Eso no lo he
Sigue
visto.
todo, yo tampoco, sigue todo. Sigue todo, hermano, sigue todo.
Y ya salieron de la casa.
Sigue todo.
Number 4. Look at this short clip carefully. Did you see it? Something we can't see grabs her hair from behind and pulls her. The force of the pull was so strong that we see her instantly react to it. She turns around, grabbing at her hair, trying to figure out what caused this. After realizing that no one was there, she continued on, thoroughly confused. Number 3. There is someone or something hiding behind the piano. The room is dark, but we see a pair of glowing eyes. The figure looks directly into the camera and sinks back away. Strange, unsettling, and definitely hard to explain once you see this clip for yourself. Number 2. Looking at their security system, this family was terrified by what they saw, calling it an unwelcome visitor. Cameras captured a person standing on the sidewalk, looking directly into the camera. The figure looks bizarre, but very out of place. It seems like something out of a nightmare, or even a horror movie. Looking at it closer, the entire capture is very unsettling considering that it actually happened in real life. Number 1. You walk into a church at night and see this sitting there. What do you do? That is the question asked by many who saw this video online. The creepy capture shows a figure silently sitting in the darkness. It turns its head as it is illuminated by the spotlight. The person recording freaks out, almost dropping the camera at one point. They run out of the building as fast as they are able to. The most terrifying part that will linger in your nightmare tonight, however, is the ghost sitting there. Number 5. A couple feel like they're in paranormal activity after CCTV shows proof of afterlife. The pair set up CCTV cameras to check on their pets, and the footage appears to show a spectral figure with bouffant hair clad in a nightgown. The couple claim to be living in a real-life paranormal activity after capturing footage of what they say is a ghostly figure lurking right outside their bedroom door at night. They believe the figure in their hallway to be the restless spirit of a former tenant who had died in their home. After moving in 2 years ago, the pair chose to ignore warnings that the property was haunted by demonic entities and had always felt quite uncomfortable. Number 4. This door isn't meant to be opened this way, yet it happened. The video shows it being pushed open by someone or something that isn't there. The poster stated that the door is extremely heavy and only opens one way. That said, it shouldn't be possible for it to open this way. Number 3. Family freaked out by what their Ring doorbell captured. He went out to take out the garbage and a ghost attacked him from behind. Everything seemed part of the routine for a man who went out to take out the garbage from his house, but the thing ended in a paranormal anecdote when a strange white shadow, perhaps a ghost, appeared behind him. He received a strange notification on his phone in which something really terrifying was seen. The footage is held for a few seconds and then shows me walking back to the house. Suddenly, a strange object passes through my head. He says that he watched the sequence over and over again, but found no explanation. I have no idea what that is. I have seen it over and over again, and I still don't understand what happened. Nothing like this has happened before, no, in terms of my recording. I don't know what that object is. My partner thinks it's strange and is a little scared, he commented. We've been on social media and all our friends think it's weird too. I've never used to believe in ghosts, but now I do, she added. Despite everything, to close, the subject assured that he does not want paranormal investigators to intervene. I do not like ghosts or the supernatural, and I do not want any ghost hunters to come and investigate this, he completed. Number 2. A taxi driver recorded a ghost passenger who got into his car. The man was driving through the city at night when he witnessed a paranormal event. The paranormal event occurred in Japan, while the taxi driver was waiting to pick up a passenger. Curiously about the footage, the strange figure appears suddenly, and then just as fast, it then disappears again. Number 1. They walked through a cave, met a beast, and miraculously escaped.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Should we... Did we go up there? I don't hear it anymore. Oh, should not be doing this. Yeah, I don't see anything. Go. What the f...
A short recording that shows two people fleeing in terror from a cave after a terrifying beast appeared to them. A woman and a man who are documenting their adventure through an old cave whose entrance had been covered with some wood. The site, quite old, was a large cobblestone that the two protagonists decided to go through, despite how dark it seemed. But that was only the beginning. As they advanced, the terror increased proportionally. Are we going to do it? They are heard asking as they toured the place that was apparently an abandoned mine. After advancing a few meters, they ran into a fence that prevented them from going on a little further, but did not take them away from the most terrifying thing. Everything seemed very calm, but suddenly, a strange creature appeared that took their breath away. Come on, said the protagonists as they escaped as fast as they could from the place.
Cuénteme, mamita, ¿qué pasa? Dígame. Usted sabe que puede confiar en mí.
There is something hiding there. The video starts out by showing the person recording talking to a girl sitting near the haunted dollhouse. Suddenly, the door slides open and we see that it was a small hand. He rushes over to check, but there was nothing there. Aside from random objects, there was no one inside there. As the event happened, he rushed over, which means that there was no time for anyone to run away or hide. This was staged. What do you think of this deeply unsettling capture?
Cuénteme, mamita, ¿qué pasa? Dígame. Usted sabe que puede confiar en mí.
Young man attacked by the Pambero, a South American folklore creature. He then woke up hanging from a tree. The story goes that a 16-year-old teenager disappeared one Sunday night and was found that following afternoon. He doesn't remember anything at all and said that he was possessed. After a visual inspection, it was found that he had scratches all over his body. The residents of the community suspect that it was the work of the Pambero, called the Lord of the Night, a creature of small stature that delights in kidnapping people. When he was found, he was apparently totally tied up and was 6 meters high up in a eucalyptus tree. They say this wasn't a prank or robbery since nothing was taken. He still had his cell phone, a bicycle, and money. A strange thing about the case is that when the local residents found him, the teenager was tied by the neck with his jeans and his arms tied with his shirt to a eucalyptus tree, 6 meters high. No one can explain how he ended up there, and he claims not to know what happened. To get him down, they needed the help of 10 men. This is not the first time that something similar has happened to the young man. His relatives commented that last year, under equally strange circumstances, he was beaten several times after being locked in the bathroom of his house. Could he possibly be a magnet for such activity, or are you not buying his story? In the middle of the night, they captured the ghostly figure of a woman walking around. The figure seemed to be wearing some kind of white shirt with long sleeves, or something of similar appearance. Too scared to go investigate further, the witnesses decided to just stay safe inside their car and capture footage. What they captured was truly bizarre and very chilling to behold indeed. His workplace is haunted. Well, that is the claim that Cody Aaron 725 is making after posting a series of videos that show one of his coworkers might be a demon. In one video that has since gone viral, he pans the camera around to show that there is nothing there. By now, we know that this isn't the case, as we see it. There is a creepy girl standing behind him. She appears on camera very briefly and then vanishes away when the camera pans.
Okay, you guys, so this is the door that moves on its own, and that's the chair that moves on its own. And I'm just tired, you know, there's absolutely nothing here this time. I've not seen anything. It's 9:46, and usually everything happens by this time, but nothing's going on. There was way more people than what's usually here today, so I kind of guess maybe that's what it is, and I'm just going to call it a day. I'll start again tomorrow maybe, and we'll see what... Okay, so I'm the only one here right now, and the door just closed on its own.
Over the course of many other videos, he managed to document very strange happenings around the office, doors closing by themselves, cabinet drawers opening, and a variety of other activity.
That chair just moved on its own, and I got that on film. That is awesome. Okay, so I'm here by myself. All of these green lights means that there's no motion, right? Look in this room. What in the world is that? That is insane. I have never seen something like this. This is directly beside me in the next room. Did you see that? It disappeared. What in the world? Okay. I'm going over. I have to see what this is. See, and look. Here is the motion detection for me in this room. There I am on the screen. There's no motion detection. Look, it's moving. And there's no motion detection right there. That is nuts. Look at that. Let's do it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need Eric's help for this. I'm not going to do this by myself. I promised him that I would do this, but there's going to have to be more people here besides me.
Man finds a floating broom in the middle of the air and the internet cannot explain it. A video has gone viral on social media after he seemingly caught a broom just floating in the middle of the air. The broom was far enough away from trees and surrounding homes to rule out it being some kind of obvious prank. A man named Luca had been doing deliveries when he noticed something in the sky.
Okay, so out making deliveries, and what is this? There's a floating broom. Look, it's just floating. Like, seriously. There's no wire, there's nothing it's connected to. It's... What is that? Seriously. It's just, and it's moving too.
He said in the video, I was out making deliveries and like, what is that? There's a floating broom. It's just floating. Like, seriously, there's no wire, nothing it's connected to. It's just, what is that? And it's moving too. After his video had gone viral and some people questioned the authenticity of the event, he claimed he had been with a friend during deliveries and he had also seen it. Luca then tried to prove to his followers that the friend had indeed seen it and filmed it too by sharing a text conversation between them. The friend claimed he must have accidentally deleted the video because he could not find it on his phone. The two returned to the same spot a few days later and the scenery had changed. What do you think of this? How can we explain this one?
This is the spot. No broom, nothing. Zip, zero. And I don't know, I didn't expect it to be there because somebody else would have sent in a video by now, but just bizarre.
Creepy footage shows a ghost knocking over a drink of beer in a haunted pub in the UK. The manager of a 300-year-old pub called the White Swan Inn believes a former regular may have come back to haunt them and is playing tricks on them. The pint appears to suddenly plummet onto the ground despite no one being near it. Shocked and horrified, she posted the clip online as proof the establishment could possibly be haunted.
See that? Oh. Yep, you watch. That'll go in a minute.
You just done the wind.
See the hand?
You just moved it.
Yeah, wait, watch.
No one's near it.
See the hand?
Yeah.
See that?
Oh.
Ghost Hunter claims that she has captured the ghost of a teen who died in a motorcycle crash in 1945. A ghost hunter named Rachel Parsons from the UK says she has captured a photo of a woman who died in a motorcycle crash in 1945 during a visit to the haunted road. She was searching for potential locations for spirits when she had heard a tale about Catherine Bystock, who died during the Second World War. Known as the Metheringham Lass, the 19-year-old was killed in a crash near a United Kingdom Royal Air Force base. Over the years, there have been several sightings of a young woman reportedly seen crying in the middle of the road. Many see a ghost who is said to flag down unsuspecting drivers along the road at night. Rachel says she has eerie footage showing the ghost's skeletal face which appeared at the same moment they heard tapping on their car window. She said, I believe we caught Catherine. I know there are skeptics out there, but this is my line of work. As part of our team, we quite often go around places to look for potential locations for ghost sightings. We parked up the road which was built on top of a runway. It was in freezing conditions. We used a technique of a call-out, Catherine, are you here? And relate the story of Catherine Bystock. We had what we call cat balls. If someone taps the ball, they flash. We put one of those on the front of the car. I pulled the window down and I said, if anybody's here, let us know. Then, suddenly, there was a massive thump on the car. This frightened us. As well as that, the ball on the front of the car had started to flash. We were live streaming this at the time and we could see that people had noticed the ghost. After returning home, Rachel said she was flooded with messages about the sighting and reviewed the footage. She says she can see Catherine standing in front of their car. After seeing the capture for yourself, do you think this was the ghostly apparition of the Metheringham Lass? Another ghostly apparition captured on video in an office. This time it's the translucent image of a woman standing. We are told that this happened in a large insurance company in Chicago, but further other details weren't given. Many in the comments called the sighting out as being fake. CGI or some kind of computer graphics overlay. What do you think of this paranormal capture? Pizza cutter flew off the shelf and hit this unsuspecting worker in the back of her head. We don't see any strings or tricks that could have pulled this one off, but the cameras caught it clearly moving by itself. This is the chilling moment a dark figure was seen lurking in shadows during a live ghost investigation. A pair of investigators, Lee Steer and Lindsay Sharon, held a live paranormal investigation on Facebook in an abandoned building, where they were stunned by the spirit they say they uncovered. The scary figure was seen lurking in the nearby room. We see the dark outlines of what looks like a person standing there, but there is no one there.